would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
That's where he got that from. This man right here that says, that's quoting, "Now I am the destroyer of death of the worlds." Okay, I'm going to let you listen to some more.
I suppose we all thought that one way or another.
All right, so here we go again for another video. I'm going to tap this video.
Okay, and I want to make mention, this is Prophet of Doom. Now, there's an argument I saw on YouTube where they were trying to say that this dude was not the Prophet of Doom. Okay, he has many channels, or he had many channels, and he was subscribed to my channels, like I mentioned in a prior video, and he used to comment my video, and he even made a video in response to one of my videos, and I made a response video to his response video. So this is his original name, Prophet of Doom, and even he would explain to you that he is the Prophet of Doom, not just the Prophet of Truth. That was just one of his channels after his channel, the Prophet of Doom. So I'm going to let you hear it for yourself.
And now I am become death. And now I am become death.
He's quoting what the white man said.
That's an avatar I've been using on the majority of my channels under the title Prophet of Doom. That was the last one. Well, I still have that one, Prophet of Doom8888. Get a chance to subscribe to that. But I think I started out with Prophet of Doom 088. No, I started with Prophet of Doom 88, then went to Prophet of Doom 08 and 088. I had a whole lot of Prophet of Dooms with 8s on it over the years. And as you can see, that's a nuclear device being detonated over a large city. And as you heard in that video, that we're dealing with, and we're looking at the possibility of a doomsday scenario taking place here any time now, depending on how the situation over Ukraine plays out. It doesn't matter. You see, because what I realized, I guess I realized a long time, I just forgot I did, is that it doesn't matter whether it's Ukraine or whatever it is, there's no way that these people who create these devices, that at some point they're not going to use them. It's all just a matter of time. And I've talked about it in my way, and I'm still looking at the fact that we're going to see a situation in this country where, again, whatever that thing was, that new weapon was that destroyed the World Trade Center is going to be deployed on some cities, states, or whatever in this country. And by the same people who gave us 9/11. This is going to be on a much, much larger scale.
You notice he said by the same people that gave us 9/11. He's not talking about him. He's not hoping that the whole civilization will be wiped out. He's not saying that he hates white people. He's speaking against the evil that humans have done on this earth. And in the beginning, when he started with the Flintstones, he was talking about this is the modern Stone Age family. And he's going to explain that in his video, the modern Stone Age family. So there's a method to his madness, but he's not crazy. Listen to what he's saying.
If the real nukes are not used, You know, as in the case that you just heard of in that little clip from Democracy Now, we explain to you now there's over 8,000 whatever it is nuclear warheads worldwide. 8,000. That's enough to destroy the world 100 times over again. All that's needed is 300, he said, to take us back to the days of Flintstones. Literally. Not figuratively. Everything wiped out. If you can survive the nuclear winter, if you can survive the fact that there'll be no way to raise any food, it'll be just like we will create, white people will create a situation similar to what the fucking dinosaurs suffered through. When the meteor struck, we'll go through that. It'll be done deliberately through these nuclear devices. But I believe that it's not going to be that way. I believe it's going to be the scenario that I'm telling you about. With the population, well, I know in this country, it's probably being planned throughout the rest of the world. It's going to be reduced. Portions of this nation in other countries have to be abandoned. You know, it has to be more streamlined and more energy efficient, much more energy efficient. So that tractor trailers don't have to travel long distances to go. You don't have tractor trailers and shit driving you have 100,000 tractor trailers driving 3,000 miles to bring food to you. That's what they do. A lot of times they travel from coast to coast to bring you that shit you got in the supermarket. They have to travel from one coast to another to get that shit to where you at. Then the situation with what's that shit? The shipping containers. That's another issue. The ports. And so, I don't believe it's going to be Armageddon totally. I'm just not seeing that. But then I'm not, who knows, it could be. The means are there for that shit to happen. The means and methods are there to shut this whole motherfucker down, the whole planet down, for the next 10,000 years, whatever it is, the nuclear winter's over. But of course, there'll be something left. There'll be life left. But hopefully, the main life form that'll be destroyed will be humankind. Hopefully, humankind will be wiped the fuck out.
Did you hear what he said? Now, I want you to pay close attention because the media and YouTubers that have not watched his videos would take this small piece and say that he want humankind wiped out when he is not saying that. Pay close attention and listen to what he's saying.
Because we have been totally corrupted by our contact with the European. And the European is the main problem. But he's proven, give it a chance. We're just as fucking bad. This is greedy. This is fucking shit. Give it a chance. We're just as bad. So, can't just put off on it. Yeah. So hopefully, if there is a full-fledged nuclear war, all the mankind will be wiped the fuck out to save the planet. The rest of the life forms on the fucking planet, so they'll be protected, and they'll be able to live like the Earth was intended to live. However you want to say it. And so I wanted to show you that, and I want to talk about, that. Let me just change this image on. Let me change the small screen image that I actually had created. Image I want to show you, want to put up here. Let's see if I can find it. I should be able to find this right here. Where the fuck is it? Look at that, huh? It's gotta be here. Now don't fucking see it. Why not?
I'm waiting for
oh shit, what?
Them to tell us the reason why. After they interview him, I want to know why he did what he did. I want to know why he did what he did. So I'm just waiting for that information to come out. I'm not going to be so quick to call him crazy, though.
And so what I did, I combined, as you can see, the image of the father of the atomic bomb and his quote, "And now I become death, destroyer of the world." How right he was.
You see where he got that from? So this is not his quote. This is not his quote. This is the man that he's got on the screen right here. The one that invented the atomic bomb. He's not saying it. He's death. And see, people are taking that and linking that to the shooting that took place in Brooklyn. And that's not the truth.
That's exactly what he had done when he created that fucking atomic bomb. He had become a destroyer, not of worlds, but of the fucking world, of this world that we live on. And if they can't find a way, which I'm this may go on two stages. You know, it may go on two stages where they'll pull off the thing I was talking about, where they'll reduce population here, streamline, reshape, resize this nation, but then you still have.
And they're already doing that now. We talked about that. I've made videos talking about depopulation. You know, how they're using starvation and pestilence, diseases, and different things. Like, we just got done going through a pandemic, and now they're talking about more versions of the COVID. And they're saying that it was just spotted here in central New York. You know, the next version of it, I'm going to call it. So there's a lot of people that have lost their lives, man, within the past, you know, since Biden been in the office, man. And even before Biden came in there, when the coronavirus first came out, you know, a lot of people have left this planet, man, and people are still dying. Look at the rate of abortions and how you have black females that's protesting for the rights to be able to wipe their own seed out. Just think about that for a moment. So yes, population reduction, man, is real. What he's saying is real. And see, this is information that YouTube and certain arenas don't want you to hear. They don't want you to hear completely, totally what he said. They just want to take bits and pieces and run with it and quote where he says, "I am death," when he's quoting someone else. So don't be so gullible, man. Don't be gullible. And especially if you have, you know, black males and females that's condemning people that he was associated with. Not even associated. He just followed their channels. So you mean to tell me if someone follows you and commits a crime, now you're also responsible for that crime that this person that followed you had committed? Think about what you say, because much of what we're dealing with today is by design, is by the design of the people, that think they know and don't know. You think you know, but don't know. So you start asking for things, and then when they give it to you and you find yourself in a snare, in a rut, you find yourself bound. And now you have so many people that's losing their lives, man. They're losing their minds because of what we are going through today. The Bible says that in these times that we're living in, it says, because iniquity abound, the love of many will grow cold. The love of many will grow cold because of what we're going through today. We're living in a time where people are wishing death upon themselves because they can't take it. They're losing their minds. People are opening themselves up to demonic energy. And now people are like bipolar and schizophrenic. I know people that started naming the personalities in their loved one. Or better yet, the personalities in their loved ones revealed to the family their names. And now they say, well, I know that this is Lynn coming out now because Lynn has a certain characteristic trait. Right? So we're living in dangerous times, man. And what he's saying is not wrong at all. This is not crazy what he's talking.
40,000, whatever, 4,000, 5,000 nuclear bombs out there. You're not giving it all that. So either way, it's doomed. We're doomed as a species, and you know, again, there's no way around the fact that they're gonna let off some of those nuclear devices. And like the guy said, there's no way they're gonna let off just one or two, and that's gonna be it. Because once we make a city sit in this country, of course we're gonna fire back, and they're gonna fire back, and then you know it's gonna be unless they, and I can't see a way that's gonna be stopped. And who else? Other these other countries may get involved, start shooting this shit off. And so it's not a pretty picture, you know. I'm just not envisioning how all of these nations that have nuclear weapons get together and make a plan to not use them ultimately. There's always going to be a situation that's going to arise where pressure is going to be put on, these nations that have weapons to protect themselves, their resources, and the only way they can do that is by using the nuclear device. Or the threat, like you said with this Russian thing, Vladimir Putin has reserved the right to use nuclear devices if his conventional war, what conventional war means with regular bombs and shit like that, guns, that's conventional war. If that starts to go bad, he starts to lose, or NATO jumps in on the side of Ukraine, then he reserves the right to start shooting off some of the motherfuckers. And they got the biggest stockpile of all. So, we have problems that haven't even crossed our minds. We're still, because we're dreaming, the American dream, and about to be woken up about something like that. This is not Fantasy Island. The Earth is not Fantasy Island. We're not in Dreamland. You're in the fucking Matrix. And it's about to be this whole thing again. One way or the other. Either it's going to be by conventional nuclear bombs, going to be changed and rearranged, or it's going to be about whatever that thing was that turned the fucking World Trade Centers into dust. That is going to, those type of I guess called bombs, will be deployed. Because you look at it, and I'm not gonna keep showing you World Trade Center. I mean, you can't miss it. It looked like a fucking mushroom cloud was coming out of the middle of that fucking thing. So how it goes is not gonna be a good thing. And I was talking about in the video I did, was it last video I did? I believe it was the last video I did. Or maybe one, no, probably a couple videos back. When I was talking about I'm just going to say Miss Jackson, I'm going to try to say her first name. And I was talking about, her being married to a white man. And I was trying to give a scenario where, I was trying to explain that, we talk about being black, as I explained to you in that video. And it's not as simple as that. Things have happened to us to make us something. Yeah, we're black, but that's we're black Europeans, as I explained in that video. And I also explained that we could do something about that, but it would be a lot of work. But again, that's wishful thinking on my part, because that's something that can never happen. Because again, as I've told you in the past, there's a such thing as it's too fucking late. There's such thing as you just taking too much time to deal with a problem. And that's what's happened with us. And some of you maybe be talking about, how a person could be a guy's in early stage of cancer. You go see the doctor, and the cancer he has is still treatable. But the doctor explains to you, you have to go to chemotherapy, you have to take some medication, you have to stop eating these kind of foods, you have to exercise, whatever the case may be. And because the guy doesn't feel the cancer, he feels like he always felt it. The doctor sees the cancer, but he can't feel it. He just says, he just ignores the doctor's recommendations to keep living like he's been living. No chemotherapy, no medicine, no nothing.
Message.
But then 6 months later, he starts to feel the cancer. He starts to feel the physical effects of the cancer. Now he goes back to the doctor, and now he wants to start the treatment. But the doctor has bad news for him. Because now, that once treatable cancer is now terminal. And there is no treatment for that cancer now, except death. Mm-hmm. And I believe this is where black people are. There is no cure for the cancer that we suffer from, which is being Europeanized. But death. There's no future past a certain point for us. And so maybe it's best to go ahead, eat, drink, and be married, because tomorrow it's a fucking wrap. And that's another video I did. I did a couple of videos called that. Eat, drink, and be married, for tomorrow we die. No future except back picking cotton. And if you get to that point, if we ever get to the point where they do shut this motherfucker down, they want to take you to a FEMA camp, I would suggest that you don't get on the bus or wherever they try to take you, because you won't arrive alive. If you do arrive alive, you won't leave that motherfucker alive. I guarantee that. And so, just listening to, what's going on in the news today, this situation with all these bombs and all this other shit going on in Ukraine, whatever the case may be, Yeah, that's what I thought about. Because, again, the way we were living in Africa prior to coming to European and Arab was the way we were supposed to live. God, they say God doesn't make mistakes. Nature doesn't make mistakes. Everything that lives in nature, they're living the way nature intends them to live. There's nothing in nature that's not living in a way that contributes to the continuation of life. And that grass up that I showed you, I'm going to pull up again one time. Pull it one more time. And it represents a lot there. I told you one thing represents. Let's look at it again. Because, let's see if I can find it. First of all, do I have it down here? Or did I put it back up? I hope I didn't put it up. Did I put it up? I think I put it up now. I thought I did that. Now I gotta find shit. Alright, let's see if we can't find this one. Let's see if we can't find it. Where would it be?
You see what I mean? He don't seem like the kind of dude that would do that, man. That's why it's so mind-blowing to me. You know, so, but I'm waiting to see, after they interview him, if they get reasons on why he did what he did, because it doesn't make sense to me at all. You know? Like I said, he never disrespect me, never came off on me wrong, never threatened me. You know, so.
That one still made me active. I had so many damn channels, man. I forgot what I. Come on. Yeah, I have so many channels.
I like this part he's getting ready to show you. Pay close attention to what he's about to say.
I think that's still active. But ignore the Frankie J88. Just look at that grass up. And again, as I explained in my last review, what the importance of that is. Because you got people who have PhDs talking about them.
Now, he's about to drop some wisdom, some jewels. Pay attention, man. Don't think this dude is crazy, man. You know, what happened in Brooklyn, I don't know. He might have snapped, I don't know. But I'm waiting to find out after they interviewed him what information they find out from him. So, but listen to what this man is saying, and there's a reason why he posted that image in the background. Pay close attention.
We're going to be able to survive this and live something like that. In a way that you ever heard the term sustainability? You ever heard the term biodegradable? They were talking about that yesterday. The other day, Coors is using, now they're going to go to all paper wrappings around their beer products, whatever the case may be. And go out because the paper is not like plastic that stays. It is biodegradable, which means it dissolves and disappears, whatever it does, you know. Well, guess what? We were living like that. And according to the laws of nature, since we were in our current form. Sustainably, and everything that we use was biodegradable. That means once we got rid of it, it went back to the earth and provided nourishment for the earth and other living things that continue the cycle of life. What Mr. Oppenheimer said he has become. And what we all have become. And now we have become death. And now we have become death. Because we don't want to live the way nature has a tendency to live. We want to live in a way that makes us something that is a detriment and not a compliment to fucking life. As you hear it every day in the news. So something disastrous is going to happen. It has to. There's no way around it. And it's going to be done deliberately by the same people that gave us 9/11. But it's going to be on a much, much bigger scale. Because they're going to try to protect themselves. They're going to try to protect themselves and their interests by killing us. There's no way under, over, or around it. If you can't see it, don't want to see it, they're trying to see it, okay, don't see it. But unless we can get back to living like this, we can't get back to that, forget it. What's the point of being alive? That's why I say, we didn't survive the Middle Passage. Those Africans put on those slave ships and they reached the shore alive, they didn't survive. Because they were turned into us. Mm. And we were a carbon copy of the people that brought us here. Mm-hmm. And we shouldn't be. That's sick. But we don't see that. We see it as something, that's something good. For now, it is. And, we benefit from for the short term. But it won't be for very long. as you can hear, this may be a prelude or the beginning of something, the start of what I've been talking about for months now, for years now, because these devices are in play. Nuclear devices are in play, and whatever that shit was that did that to the World Trade, that shit is in play now. So could a new false flag operation be devised? Maybe those suitcase-sized nuclear devices and it's weird that they talk about those fucking things. They brought those up during after the 9/11 attacks. A suitcase-sized nuclear bomb that could take out a major city. Why would he? Why? And I've never, none has never been that I know has ever been used. Something is going to happen. Another major event is going to take place. When, I really don't know. But it's going to be much, much, much bigger than 9/11 and much, much more disastrous. As you heard that guy talk about, you know, once they start dropping that shit, there goes your internet, electrical grid, food, delivery systems, all of that.
Listen.
Now gone in a matter of minutes. And that means your ass out. That means that you're going to be at the mercy of whoever the powers that be are in your region to feed you, house you, and everything else. And more likely not to get rid of you permanently. And so, you know, I just want to make sure we just acknowledge that, you know, because once I saw that video, I had to make a video about that Democracy Now! Piece, and of course add to it, you know, those other little clips of the Flintstones, of course. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family from the town of Bedrock. They're a page right out of history. They're a page right out of history. The Flintstones. That means the Flintstones are supposed to be people who exist in modern times, but have been taken. They for some reason they're living like they're in the Stone Age because of a limited nuclear war that destroyed their civilization. Civilizations rise and they fall. And this thing will be, the United States will be ruined just like Egypt and Greece and all the rest of that shit. But then the question is, if this not all-out nuclear war that destroys all life on the fucking planet, and this is kind of limited nuclear war, and this thing is shut down, what happens to us? What happens to so-called black people? Because we're not prepared to do a fucking thing except to be somebody's slave, or be turned into landfill and or fertilizer. That's all we're prepared to do at the end of the day. So it's something to, you know, I guess, well, it makes no sense to worry about it, be scared about it. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You just got to make your mind whether or not you want to be, if you survive, whether or not you want to be taken into captivity in a FEMA camp or wherever they're going to take you, or you want to just say, fuck it. You know, get on the building, jump the fuck off, put a gun in your head and pull the trigger. I don't know. How would you do it? Might be something you might want to think about. I don't know. For a second or two. But however it goes, I didn't have much more else to talk about. I just want to definitely mention that just to clarify my thoughts on us being able to do a factory reset. That ship has sailed. You know, it's too late for that. Too much damage has been done. There's no way we're going to get back to a natural, normal state as a people of African descent, which we still are, even with our European blood. Because if you do a DNA test and more than 50% of your DNA is of African descent, as I said in the past, then you're a fucking African. Can't get around that. You're fucking black. Well, we are black. We say that. We're black because we have no identity outside past slavery. We can't identify who we are. I mean, we probably do it through a DNA test now. Just very recently started being able to do that. But even with that, you know, it's still, no. But anyway, I mean, this is what I can say in this video about everything I wanted to say at this time, so I'm going to do it now. It's going to be really short. Thank you for your time.
Okay, that was the words of Prophet of Doom. But black, absent of light. And he's correct. Everything he said in this video is absolutely correct. This is what we've all been talking about. Black people, white people, those of you that call people like him and me conspiracy theories. What he said, there's nothing he said was wrong. There's nothing he said was threatening. He wasn't referring to himself doing harm. And like I said, why he chose to do what he did, I don't know. I'm just waiting for that information to come out. But you heard the words from the horse's mouth. This is Prophet of Doom. So feedback, tell me what you think, and listen. You guys see my hoodie? If you guys like this, if you are a COVID-19 survivor, like I am, I had COVID, was sick for over a month, almost died, but I survived. So you can go right to my Teesprings site and get this hoodie right here. Comes in different colors and different sizes, men and women. So feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm fearless.